Close your eyes and remember the raw smell of gasoline and the scream of an inline-4 from your youth. The year is 2026, but the most exciting bikes on the road look like they stepped straight out of 1984. We are tired of motorcycles that feel like disposable appliances with zero personality. Today, we count down the 12 best retro machines that capture that vintage magic while keeping you safe with modern brakes. From the legendary lines of the Honda Bulldor to the rugged charm of a modern Scrambler, these are the bikes that make you look back every time you park in the garage. We are hunting for soul, not screens, and the results will surprise you. Let us rekindle the fire of the golden era together. Number 12, the Honda CB1000F. The legend that did not just return, it reclaimed its throne. If you want to understand why, the 2026 Honda CB1000F is the undisputed king of the year, you have to look past the spec sheet and straight into the soul of 1980s endurance racing. This is not just a new motorcycle, it is a high-velocity time machine that brings the iconic Bulldor heritage screaming into the modern age. Honda finally listened to the veteran riders who demanded the Freddie Spencer look without the Freddie Spencer maintenance schedule. Priced aggressively at $14,499, the CB1000F sits in that perfect loophole sweet spot. It gives you the raw, muscular silhouette of the original CB900F, but hides a refined 1000cc inline-4 heart derived from the legendary Fireblade. We are talking about 124 horsepower and 76 pound-feet of torque delivered with surgical Japanese precision. While modern hyper-naked bikes feel like plastic toys, the CB1000F feels like a heavy-duty mechanical asset. It weighs in at a balanced 472 pounds, making it planted on the highway but surprisingly flickable when you are carving through the canyons. But here is where Honda truly beats the competition. They kept the analog spirit alive while including the tech that actually matters. You get fully adjustable 41mm Showa front forks and a ProLink rear shock that soaks up the road like a luxury sedan. You get cornering ABS and a 6-axis IMU to keep you safe, but you also get that classic upright riding position and a 31.3-inch seat height that will not punish your knees after an hour in the saddle. The CB1000F is the ultimate middle finger to disposable motorcycle culture. It is a 143-mile-per-hour tribute to a golden era, built with the reliability to still be on the road in 2050. If you have been waiting for a bike that respects your past while protecting your future, your search ends here. But do not be fooled. This is not the only Honda on our list today. We are starting this countdown with a high-performance beast, but we are closing the show with a Honda that is so simple and affordable, it is changing the game for every rider on a budget. Stay tuned for that revelation, but first, let us move to number 11 and see if Kawasaki has the soul to compete. Number 11, the Kawasaki Z900 RS Special Edition. If the Honda is too aggressive for your taste, then this Kawasaki is the soulful machine you have been waiting for. The Honda CB1000F is a brutal speed machine, but for some riders, it is a bit too twitchy and clinical. If you want a motorcycle that values emotional connection over outright horsepower, then the 2026 Kawasaki Z900 RS is the perfect loophole alternative. While Honda focused on performance, Kawasaki focused on soul. For 2026, they finally gave this icon the brains it deserved without ruining its classic heart. The big news is the new 6-axis IMU that manages cornering ABS and traction control. This means you get modern safety without looking at a glowing television on your dashboard. Kawasaki kept the beautiful analog dials and the tuned megaphone exhaust that growls like a 1972 original. The 2026 SE version is priced at $14,599. For that price, you get precise engineering that shames the competition. The engine is a 948cc inline-4, producing 115 horsepower and 73 pound-feet of torque. What makes the SE model the smart choice is the premium hardware. You get Brembo M4.32 monoblock calipers and a glorious Öhlins S46 rear shock with a remote preload adjuster. Kawasaki also refined the ergonomics for 2026. They raised the front end and lowered the rear, rotating the rider into a more upright and relaxed position. The seat height is now a manageable 31.9 inches, making it easier to handle in the garage or at a red light. They even added electronic cruise control as standard, proving that a retro bike can still be a long-distance touring machine. The Z900 RS is for the rider who refuses to buy a disposable appliance. It is a heavy metal masterpiece that rewards skill and values tradition. While the Honda hunts superbikes, the Kawasaki hunts memories, and in 2026, that is the ultimate win. The Kawasaki is a masterpiece of chrome and comfort, but maybe you find its upright stance a bit too relaxed for your aggressive riding style. If you want a machine that trades polished alloy for racing pedigree and looks like it just stepped off a 1980s Grand Prix grid, then our next bike is your ultimate weapon. Do you love the sound of a raw parallel twin? Hit that like button to vote for the mechanical symphony of these exhaust notes. Let us see how many true enthusiasts are watching today. Number 10. The Yamaha XSR900 GP. A love letter to the golden era of Grand Prix racing, but built for the streets of today. While the Kawasaki mimics the classic street bikes of your youth, the 2026 Yamaha XSR900 GP is a high-speed tribute to the fire-breathing, two-stroke monsters of the 80s. For this year, Yamaha has unleashed the legend yellow speedblock livery, the same iconic colors worn by Kenny Roberts, and it has turned the motorcycle world upside down. Underneath that gorgeous vintage fairing is a mechanical beast. It utilizes the legendary 890cc triple-cylinder CP3 engine, producing 118 horsepower and 69 pound-feet of torque. What makes the GP model superior to the standard XSR is the focused chassis. Yamaha engineers stiffened the frame and added a thicker steering stem to provide laser-like precision when you're diving into a tight corner. Priced at $12,999, this bike is the ultimate value loophole. You are getting a fully adjustable KYB suspension system and a state-of-the-art 6-axis IMU that manages every aspect of your ride. Unlike the old-school racers that were trying to kill you, this machine uses LIFT control and slide control to keep the rubber planted. But do not let the tech fool you. The riding position is pure sport, with clip-on handlebars that put you in a tuck behind that beautiful bubble screen. For 2026, Yamaha also upgraded the dashboard to a 5-inch TFT display, but they included a special analog skin that mimics the tachometers of the original YZR 500 race bikes. It weighs a nimble 439 pounds, making it one of the lightest and most agile retro bikes on this list. The XSR900 GP is for the rider who still has a racing heart but wants modern reliability. It is loud, it is proud, and it proves that high-performance engineering does not have to look like a plastic toy. While others are buying disposable sport bikes, you will be riding a piece of history that is ready to dominate the track. The Yamaha is a high-revving surgical tool, but maybe you find that racing posture a bit too aggressive. If you want to trade speed for a bike that feels like it was built in a blacksmith shop and performs like it too, then our next pick is the heavy metal anchor of this list. Number 9. The Royal Enfield Bullet 650. While the Yamaha looks at the future, the 2026 Royal Enfield Bullet 650 is a stubborn look at the past. This machine is for the rider who thinks a motorcycle should be made of iron, grease, and slow-motion dreams. After decades of being a small displacement thumper, Enfield finally dropped their 648cc parallel twin into this frame, giving it a modest 47 horsepower. But honestly, who would ever buy this motorcycle? It is a heavy beast, weighing in at 500 pounds which is a lot of mass for such little muscle. At $7,500, you are paying for authenticity and hand-painted pinstripes, but do not expect to win any races. It is an air-cooled dinosaur that provides a relaxed ride for people who are in no hurry to get anywhere. Compared to the high-tech weapons we just exposed, the Bullet feels like a relic. It is a simplistic loophole for the budget-conscious rider, but it lacks the adrenaline of a true modern classic. Gratefully, we have an Italian beauty coming up that brings some soul back to the pavement. Number 8. The Moto Guzzi V7 Sport. While other bikes are mere transportation, the 2026 Moto Guzzi V7 Sport is a mechanical symphony wrapped in silk. This is the Italian beauty of the list, a machine so stunning it makes the competition look like unfinished sketches. For this year, Moto Guzzi has refined their legendary transverse V-twin, creating a silhouette that is as classic as a 1960s film star and just as captivating to behold. The heart of this Bella is an 850cc air-cooled engine producing 67 horsepower and a seductive 54 pound-feet of torque. What makes the V7 Sport truly exotic is the unique side-to-side rocking motion of the cylinders at idle, a mechanical heartbeat that reminds you this bike is alive. It does not vibrate. It pulses with the passion of Mandello del Lario. The power is delivered via a maintenance-free shaft drive, ensuring your focus remains on the horizon rather than a greasy chain. Priced at $11,990, you are buying into a legacy of sophistication. The Sport model features premium Öhlins, rear shocks, and a lightweight aluminum fuel tank that shimmers like jewelry under the sun. It weighs a slender 440 pounds, allowing it to glide through corners with the fluidity of a ballet dancer. The riding position is gentle on the joints, with a plush seat height of 31.1 inches that welcomes you like a custom-tailored suit. The V7 Sport is for the rider who values elegance over raw aggression. It is a romantic loophole in a world of plastic appliances, a bike that demands you stop at a sidewalk cafe just so people can admire its lines. While the others hunt LAP times, this Italian queen hunts sunsets. The Moto Guzzi is a romantic dream, but perhaps its Italian temper and swaying character are a bit too exotic for your daily routine. If you want to trade that Latin passion for the brutal efficiency and clinical perfection of German engineering, a bike that feels like it was milled from a single block of billets, then our next machine is the ultimate benchmark. Stop wasting time on channels that only care about tech specs and marketing hype. Subscribe now to stay connected with the soul of motorcycling and the legends of the road. Your journey starts here, so hit that button. Number 7. The BMW R129T. While the Italian queen dances, the 2026 BMW R129T marches. This is the pinnacle of the analog loophole for those who demand German quality. For this year, BMW has completely reimagined the frame, moving away from the old multi-piece design to a single tubular steel bridge frame that is lighter, stiffer, and much cleaner to the eye. It is a masterclass in minimalist design, where every bolt serves a purpose. The heart of this machine is the legendary 1170 cc air and oil-cooled boxer twin. It unleashes 109 horsepower and 85 pound-feet of torque with a punchy, refined delivery that modern water-cooled engines simply cannot match. It features an exposed shaft drive that acts as a mechanical sculpture, spinning with pure precision as you roll on the throttle. Priced at $16,295, the R129T is a premium investment in longevity. You get a fully adjustable 45mm upside-down fork and the famous paralever rear suspension that eliminates chassis jacking. The 2026 model also features a classic round analog speedometer that hides a tiny digital display for the essentials, proving you can have data without the digital distraction. It weighs 485 pounds, but because the weight sits so low in the boxer cylinders, it handles with a planted confidence that shames the lighter bikes. The seat height is a welcoming 31.3 inches, and the ergonomics have been refined with a shorter fuel tank, putting the bars closer to your grip. The R12-9T is for the rider who values substance over flash. It is a high-tech heirloom, a bike you buy today and leave to your grandson in 2070. While the world chases disposable trends, this BMW stands as a permanent monument to the ride. Number 6. The Triumph Bonneville T120. While BMW focuses on performance, the 2026 Triumph Bonneville T120 focuses on perfection. This is the motorcycle that comes to mind when you close your eyes and think of freedom. For this year, Triumph has managed a brilliant feat. They have hidden even more technology behind that iconic 1959 silhouette. It is the ultimate visual loophole, a machine that looks like a vintage treasure but rides like a modern dream. The soul of the Bonnie is a 1200cc high-torque parallel twin, producing 80 horsepower and a massive 77 pound-feet of torque at just 3,500 revolutions per minute. You do not need to scream this engine to find the power. It is always there, waiting in the low end like a tidal wave. The 2026 model features refined fuel mapping that makes the throttle response as smooth as aged scotch. Priced at $12,895, the T120 is an incredible value for a bike that never goes out of style. You get standard electronic cruise control, switchable traction control, and 2 distinct riding modes, road and rain. The braking system has been upgraded to high-spec B-Rembo calipers, providing modern stopping power for this 507-pound machine. What makes the Bonneville so special for our community is the unmatched comfort. The seat is flat and plush. The handlebars reach back to greet you, and the mid-mount foot pegs keep your knees at a relaxed angle. It is a bike that respects your joints as much as it respects your heritage. With a seat height of only 31.1 inches, it is easy to maneuver for riders of any size. The Bonneville T120 is for the rider who does not need to prove anything to anyone. It is elegant, it is bulletproof, and it is the benchmark for British excellence. While others chase the latest FAD, you will be riding the machine that started it all. The Triumph is the unmatched king of British poise, but perhaps 1200cc and 500 pounds is more mass than you want to wrestle in your driveway. We have already cruised through the brute power of the Honda, the analog soul of Kawasaki, the racing fire of Yamaha, and the elegant curves of Moto Guzzi. But hold on, because we are only halfway there. Still to come, we have a rugged scrambler that shames the pavement, a classic chrome masterpiece, and the ultimate budget-friendly relic that refuses to die. But first, let us talk about the smart choice for the rider who knows that less is often more. Number 5, the Kawasaki Z650 RS. While the Bonneville is a heavyweight legend, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650 RS is the ultimate downsizing loophole. This is the motorcycle for the rider who is tired of wrestling. 550-pound beasts and wants a machine that feels like an extension of their own body. For this year, Kawasaki has refined the emerald green livery and added modern traction control to its bulletproof parallel twin heart. The soul of this nimble machine is a 39.6 cubic inch engine producing 67 horsepower and 49 pound-feet of torques. It does not scream. It chuckles as you flick it through the corners. Priced at $9,299, it is one of the most affordable ways to park a stunning piece of 1970s styling in your garage. What makes the Z650 RS perfect for the mature rider is the weight. It tips the scales at only 407 pounds. That is 100 pounds lighter than the Big Bonneville, making it a breeze to push into a tight parking spot or navigate through heavy traffic. The seat height is a very accessible 31.5 inches, and the slipper clutch makes shifting through the 6-speed gearbox as smooth as silk. For 2026, you get dual analog dials that hide a clean digital center, giving you the vintage look without losing the fuel gauge or gear indicator. It features dual piston front calipers and standard ABS, providing plenty of stopping power for such a light frame. The Z650 RS is for the rider who values agility and ease of use. It is a celebration of the original 1977 son of Z1 built for the modern world. While others are straining their backs on oversized machines, you will be smiling every time you effortlessly kick up the kickstand. The Kawasaki is a stylish street machine, but perhaps you find its polished chrome a bit too delicate for the real world. If you want to trade that boutique look for a bike that is not afraid to get dirty, a machine that can handle a gravel fire road as easily as a coffee run, then our next selection is the rugged champion of the middleweight class. Number 4. The Triumph Scrambler 900. This is the ultimate all-road rebel, built for the rider who refuses to let the pavement define the journey. While the Kawasaki stays on the asphalt, the 2026 Triumph Scrambler 900 is a versatile loophole for the adventurous soul. This is the motorcycle that captures the spirit of the 1960s desert sleds, but with the reliability of modern British engineering. For this year, Triumph has upgraded the suspension with new Showa components, giving it the extra travel needed to soak up the bumps without punishing your lower back. The soul of this rugged machine is a 55 cubic inch high-torque parallel twin, producing 64 horsepower and 59 pound-feet of torque. It features a unique 270-degree firing interval that provides a deep, characterful growl through those iconic high-mounted exhaust pipes. Priced at $11,495, it is a durable investment for the rider who wants one bike that can do it all. What makes the Scrambler 900 perfect for the mature rider is the comfortable, upright ergonomics. You get a wide handlebar for maximum leverage and a plush seat height of 31.1 inches, making it incredibly easy to plant your feet at a stop. It weighs 491 pounds, giving it a stable and planted feel, whether you are cruising at 60 miles per hour or navigating a dusty trail. For 2026, you get switchable ABS and traction control, allowing you to disable the Nannies when you want to slide the rear tire in the dirt. The Brembo front brake provides excellent modulation, and the wire-spoke wheels are built to endure the abuse of the road less traveled. The Scrambler 900 is for the rider who values versatility and toughness. It is a mechanical multi-tool that looks just as good parked at a classic meet as it does covered in mud. While others are trapped on the highway, you will be exploring the paths of most resistance. Before we reveal the top 3, I want to hear your truth. Which of these machines would you actually trust to take you across the country today? Drop your choice in the comments and tell me if I am crazy or right. Number 3. The Royal Enfield Classic 650. While the Scrambler is for the dirt, the 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 650 is for the rider who wants to look like they stepped out of 1950 without the oily puddle on the garage floor. Let us be honest, we already talked about the Bullet 650, but that bike felt like a heavy metal anchor for people who want to ride into the past and stay there. That Bullet was a rough draft, but this, the Classic, is the refined masterpiece. For 2026, the engineers finally woke up and realized that nostalgia alone does not win races. It is the ultimate loophole. You get the authentic pre-war aesthetic with enough muscle to actually survive an American highway. The heart of this shiny beast is a 39.5 cubic inch air and oil-cooled twin, producing 38 pound-feet of torque and 47 horsepower. It does not vibrate your teeth loose like the old 350, and it feels twice as sophisticated as the clunky Bullet we mocked earlier. Priced at a shocking $7,800, it is the most affordable way to own a bike that is made of actual metal instead of recycled milk jugs. What makes the Classic 650 a winner for the mature rider is the sheer simplicity. You get a comfortable upright posture, a plush spring-loaded seat, and a manageable 31.9-inch seat height. It weighs 507 pounds, which gives it a planted, substantial feel on the road that hides its budget price tag. Unlike the Bullet, which felt like a tractor, this Classic feels like a gentleman's carriage. For 2026, you even get a tiny navigation pod tucked next to the analog speedometer, so you can find your way home without taping a smartphone to your chrome handlebars. It features dual-channel ABS and a smooth 6-speed gearbox that clicks into gear with actual precision. The wire-spoke wheels and deep valanced fenders are pure nostalgia, but the disc brakes are thankfully modern. The classic 650 is for the rider who wants a timeless heirloom without the vintage headache. It is proof that Royal Enfield can finally run with the big dogs and leave that clunky bullet in the dust. While others are spending $30,000 on a fragile Italian exotic, you will be smiling all the way to the bank. Number 2. The Ducati Scrambler Nightshift. While the Enfield is for the Sunday parade, the 2026 Ducati Scrambler Nightshift is for the rider who wants to own the city. This is the sleekest loophole in the Ducati lineup. A machine that looks like a custom garage project but comes with a full factory warranty. For this year, the Nightshift has been refined with a stunning emerald green finish and a more compact frame, making it look even meaner than before. The heart of this beast is an 803cc air-cooled L-twin, producing 73 horsepower and 48 pound-feet of torque. It does not just purr, it barks through those side-mounted exhaust pipes with a mechanical Desmo heart that only a Ducati can deliver. Priced at $12,195, you are buying into the most prestigious brand in the world. What makes the Nightshift perfect for the smart rider is its incredible power-to-weight ratio. It tips the scales at a featherweight 409 pounds, making the heavy Royal Enfield feel like a boat anchor by comparison. The seat height is a very approachable 31.3 inches, and the flat handlebar gives you a commanding view of the road. For 2026, you get a 4.3-inch TFT display that is finally easy to read in direct sunlight. It features cornering ABS and Ducati traction control as standard, giving you a safety net that vintage bikes simply lack. The wire-spoke wheels are blacked out for that cafe racer look, and the hydraulic slipper clutch makes those rapid downshifts effortless on your wrist. The Scrambler Nightshift is for the rider who wants a bike that looks as good as it performs. It is an agile, sophisticated loophole for someone who wants Italian passion without the extreme posture of a superbike. While others are struggling with heavy, cumbersome machines, you will be slicing through traffic with the elegance of a shadow. The Ducati is a dark Italian masterpiece, but perhaps its premium price and exotic maintenance schedule are a bit too taxing for your wallet. If you want to trade that fragile prestige for the ultimate mechanical loophole, a bike that is so cheap to buy, so easy to ride, and so impossible to kill that it makes every other motorcycle on this list look like an over-engineered headache, then you have reached the Holy Grail. If you are ready for the #1 spot, make sure you are subscribed and have liked this video. Then tell me in the comments, which bike on this list is the absolute biggest disappointment of 2026? I am reading every single one. Number 1, the Honda GB350S. This is the greatest bargain in motorcycling history. The simple, pure, and unstoppable king of the retro world. While the Ducati is for the poser, the 2026 Honda GB350S is for the rider who has nothing left to prove. This is the absolute shocker of the year. A machine that is so honest and so rugged, it has become the biggest global sensation in decades. Honda has finally brought this thumper to the Western market, and it is every bit the revelation we hoped for. It is the ultimate loophole, a brand new Honda for a price that shames the used market. The heart of this bulletproof machine is a 348cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine, producing 21 horsepower and 22 pound-feet of torque. Now do not let those numbers fool you. This engine is tuned for pure low-end grunt and a rhythmic thump that will put a smile on your face every time you crack the throttle. Priced at an unbelievable $4,999, it is the best value on the planet. You are getting legendary Honda reliability for the price of a high-end mountain bike. What makes the GB350S the undisputed #1 is its effortless nature. It tips the scales at a featherweight 379 pounds, making it the lightest bike on our list and a total breeze to handle in your garage. The seat height is a welcoming 31.1 inches, and the upright ergonomics are a gift to your back and knees. It is the perfect forever bike because it is so simple you could fix it with a hammer and a wrench in your own backyard. For 2026, you get a classic round headlight that is now full LED and a gorgeous slipper clutch that makes the 5-speed gearbox feel like it is made of velvet. It features dual-channel EIBS and Honda selectable torque control, giving you modern safety in a package that looks like it belongs in 1974. The deep black exhaust and matte gunpowder finish give it a rugged, no-nonsense attitude that turns heads at every stoplight. The GB350S is for the smart rider who knows that joy is found in simplicity. It is a mechanical masterpiece that respects your time and your money. While others are deep in debt for fragile exotics, you will be riding the most reliable, charming, and fun motorcycle of the decade. The 2026 Retro Revolution is just beginning, but choosing the right iron is only half the battle. If you want to know which of these machines will actually hold their value and which are secret financial traps, you cannot stop here. So click on the next video so you can continue the ride, subscribe so you can join our tribe, and like this video.